is going to the Final Four.
The following is a Learfield presentation of the Oregon Sports Network.
And Oregon is going to play in the national championship game.
This is Duck Insider. Duck Insider.
These are good problems to have, right? So much success that you have more than one place to be.
5-3, touchdown, Oregon.
Off a dribble, launches, and hits the three. Oregon leads.
What a great opportunity it is to be able to play at University of Oregon.
I'm just incredibly proud to be a part of something like this.
She wants another three. Oh, three in a row.
Swing and a miss. Oregon is headed to the Super Regional.
Fans being out there making this a great impact.
We are so privileged and so fortunate. We get to see all these young people. We get to see this incredible growth, which is what college is all about.
This is Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Now let's go live to the Country Financial Studio to talk Oregon Duck Athletics.
It is game day eve. The Ducks getting ready to host Maryland. At least it's football game day eve. It is men's basketball game day. Autzen Stadium and Matthew Knight Arena, both with a lot of events going on over the course of this week and this weekend. 4 o'clock kickoff, a 2 o'clock pregame show for us across the Oregon Sports Network. Joey Mack, Jerry Allen, Mike Jorgensen.
Howdy.
Happy Friday.
Weekend snuck up in a hurry.
Happy
to me.
Friday.
It came in a hurry.
Rose Bowl game shirt.
Yeah, I'm digging out some of the old,
That's a good
retro
one.
shirts. I don't know if you can get a look at that or not.
That's a good one.
That was a great That was a great game.
That was a good game.
Yes.
2020 started out great. It really did.
Yeah, you're right.
2020 started out great.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't it amazing? You think about that year and what happened that year and forget that you played in a Rose Bowl with 100,000 or 95,000 people in the stadium.
That's what I'm saying.
And then 3 months later, if you'd have played it, or if you'd have played it a year later, there was nobody in that stadium.
Nobody
in fact,
in the
a year later, it was nobody in that stadium.
That's right. We got picks to make. We've got our game day timeline for Oreo.
Oh,
great timing.
Yes.
I needed this.
Me too.
I literally just said.
I held off.
I needed
You
this.
didn't eat anything today?
No.
Wow.
For this.
Okay.
Whatever this is going to be, I held off for it.
So John Sargent is here.
Oh, look at that.
We've got.
Oh, my gosh.
We got the concession special. The game day environment. He brought a
bucket of juice. Look at that.
Henry Weinhardt's River IP.
Oh, my goodness.
So I take it it's a burger and brew special.
Ooh.
Yeah, burger and brew special. So the popcorn. Thank you, Ryan. The popcorn bucket has become an ice bucket. Everybody.
You can call it an ice bucket. It's a beer bucket to me, buddy.
The popcorn bucket became an ice bucket. Sarge with some next level stuff.
Man.
All right, Sarge, what should we know? What
Burger and Brew Special.
Burger and Brew Special. How about that?
Dang.
At the 2 Gridiron Grills, one at Section 29, one at Section 33,
All right.
and also up in the club room at the East Stand.
It's real concessions vibes when the ketchup, mustard, and mayo are in the front of your camera shot. You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Sure, absolutely. We
Look at that.
We like
That's
this.
art. That is art right there from the head of Hanger Management. Are you entertained this week?
It's been a busy week.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got a few things going on.
Yeah. It's been an entertaining week. So burger and brew, huh?
Burger and Brew.
Nice. You even brought non-alcoholic.
I did. I
up.
figured you at least could drink a non-alcoholic while you're on the show.
Yeah. Wow.
Would like to drive.
Those are very
Would like
good.
to drive home. I want to make sure you're not stumbling on your words at the basketball game tonight.
I got to call a game
Yeah.
tonight. Look at
When
that.
has that stopped you before?
Wow. The No-Mo non-alcoholic. Thanks, Sarge.
Those have sold really well this year.
That was really
amazing.
thoughtful.
Hey, by the way,
known as near beer.
saw the Mrs. Sarge waved out my window this morning about 6:15.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yep.
she was to work early.
She is. Good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. What else should fans know? Any concession news and notes this week?
It's still going to be great weather. It's still not
is.
going to be cocoa. It's still not going to be coffee. It's still just regular concessions weather. These 55-degree days have just been really nice this year.
Awesome.
You like that?
I do.
Okay. More?
Football weather.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Yeah. I got
Looking at Wisconsin next week, it looks about the same there.
Yeah,
I was thinking
does.
from
I know.
a concession standpoint. Is it better to be cold, warm? Does it matter?
Warm's way better.
Okay.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beers cost a lot more than coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, I get it. More expensive to make too. One thing I've been saving this. I have to tell you a story because a couple of my buddies were at the game, and they, after, of course, tuning in to Duck Insider, were like, I got to try that chicken slider and tender basket that almost killed you. And I said, yeah, go ahead. So I want you to know that my buddies took it upon themselves to order one for each of them.
Okay, good.
One chicken basket for each. And this is 2 pounds of fries, 3 tenders and 2 sliders. Yep. I just would like to give a round of applause to my buddies who actually did eat everything.
Good job. I like
plates. It. They ate the entire football bowl, and they paid the price, Sarge.
Were they at your house after the game?
They sure were.
Oh, good.
And they were full. It's a good investment. It was an investment.
Good.
So thank you for your service.
Sure.
Yeah.
Next year, I want to be part of picks.
Oh, here we go.
Good. Somebody
and I'll make dinner for the winner.
Oh man.
Now there's an idea. So we've always just said, friendly wager, whoever is owed a dinner has to buy. So what if you're the winner?
Well, I don't know what you guys are going to do for me, but that's good.
It'll be special.
We'll cook.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
but
it'll
great.
Be special.
But for him, he's a professional chef.
I like Kraft macaroni and cheese and Totino's pizza.
Yeah, good. See, he's a normal guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a normal dude.
Yeah. All right.
Great.
I like it. Sarge, joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So do we have a schedule for the Thanksgiving week yet of when you guys are going to be doing your picks?
We will. No. So
we will. No.
The Thanksgiving schedule, basketball, the men's team plays Tuesday and Wednesday during showtime. We've never done a show on Thanksgiving. We've never done a show on Friday because sometimes we're doing a football broadcast. So right now, the only Duck Insider on the schedule Thanksgiving week is Monday. So we might be having me join you from Vegas, and you guys are coming in and doing picks Monday. I don't know yet. I don't know.
Well, keep me informed.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep you in the loop.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure you will.
Jerry, what's over there?
What's the... As soon as I started to turn, I realized...
You look back too quick.
Never ask me what's over there.
No, don't.
What's over there, George?
Thank you, guys.
Sarge, thank you. Burger and Brew special at all the Gridiron Grills.
Way to go, Sarge.
Thank you, Sarge. Sarge, we have them in the fridge from last time.
Non-alcoholic
beer. That's what I'm telling you, the non-alcoholic beer. I can have one.
Thank you.
I can have one before basketball tonight. That's awesome.
Henry Weinhardt's Private Reserve.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff.
So Sarge coming in now. The game day timeline, if we could, with a 4:00 kickoff, Oregon. Go Ducks, Sarge. Head of Hanger Management, John Sargent. Burger and Brew, the special for the week. Oregon, Maryland coming up. The Ducks anticipating another great crowd, guys. I mean, what else would we have? It's going to be another great crowd when Oregon hosts the Terps for the very first time, Georgie. First time that the Terps have ever played
kind of cool,
the
right?
Yeah, it is kind of
the
cool.
The Turtle coming to Autzen. I mean, that's what's kind of cool about it. And the other thing I love about it is just what Sarge said, right? I mean, how many great weather days have we had here at Autzen Stadium? Every week. And here we go again, getting into the middle of November. I mean, it's unbelievable. And it was this way in Ann Arbor. By the way, so we were in an establishment in Ann Arbor beginning at about 4:30 last Friday, and that Go Ducks, like you hear yelled out on our show on Fridays, was exactly what was happening in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. It was just great.
Awesome. We've got more coming. We'll make our picks and some keys to the game. Jerry, what comes to mind for you? Oregon, Maryland.
French fries and a hamburger.
Okay.
I thought you were going to a break, so I was not even thinking about a game.
So eat up a little bit.
Okay. Well, we know that Maryland can throw the ball all over the field. They have a great group of receivers. They got a quarterback that can get that ball out, and he can run a little bit too. So Oregon's defense is really going to be a key this week, and that is not let them get away, especially early. And then the Oregon Autzen crowd will help whoever starts the game first, whether it's the offense or the defense, to help them get that fast start against what could be an explosive Maryland offense.
Yeah, and pass is the name of the game for the most
part,
Jerry.
Yeah.
And you said it perfectly. I mean, you look at the statistics of this Maryland offense. it really is pass heavy. It's not run heavy. It's Felton and Prather, 120 catches between the two of them, 1,400 yards receiving. So when you see that type of yardage, you know it's a pass heavy offense with guys that many catches, that many yards. And for me, Joey, I think pressure the quarterback. Oregon's been good at it. And sometimes you're going to have to take some chances.
Yep.
You're going to put yourself in one-on-one situations out there, and that's what I love about the Dante Manning, Nico Reed development.
Right.
Is now all of a sudden if they put 3 wideouts on the field, you got 3 cover guys to go with the safeties as well. So I really like this matchup for Oregon. I think they're going to be ready to go, and as they have been every single week. I think it's a different challenge because it's a team, frankly, that everybody thinks, oh, Oregon should just walk over on this deal. No, that's not the way that this team comes out focused.
Mike Loxley's a good coach from a similar tree as Coach Lanning. He talked about that. That's part of our pregame starting at 2 o'clock. Also, a great note from Doug. He has the opportunity to attend the game this week. Asking, do they still allow fans on the field after the game? Yes. Just wait a bit for the teams to get off the field. And I need some advice on how to dress. Do you know if it will be wet or dry? Will it be a wet or a dry rain this week, Jerry? I didn't deliver that as well as I would have liked. Doug asked, I need some advice on how to dress. Do you know if it will be a wet or dry rain this week? It lives on.
I know. Well,
it's so good.
If you're a great Oregon fan, you get it. So what you do is you dress accordingly, okay? So you layer up in case it gets warmer, then you can unlayer, and you bring something that will keep that dry rain off of you, or wet rain, whichever it happens to be. So you just, put your bag, get everything in there. We might get a few showers before the game's over. Right now, it doesn't look like it. I think we're going to get lucky.
Never rains at
I loved his first comment.
Yeah.
If you're an Oregon fan, you get it.
You get it. You do. No, I do. No, but remember, he said it when I was on the sidelines.
Yeah, and he understood it.
And I knew what he meant.
It's a wet rain. It was a wet rain.
Yeah, that day.
Georgie, I hated that I knew what it meant, but I knew what it meant.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's like it never rains in Autzen Stadium.
Also, I want you to know that the comment section also caught you stealing a fry earlier.
Oh, did it?
So
he didn't see that.
He didn't see it the first
time. I thought the camera was on Sarge.
What?
Give
me one back.
Comments
during the timeout.
Okay. Well done by the comment section.
Thank you
in the
for
chat.
helping me out.
Well done.
You got my back. I appreciate that.
That's great. Hey, 2 o'clock pregame show, Oregon, Maryland. What color are we wearing? Yellow? Yellow? Wear yellow? Wear green! Wear green. Oregon football, 4 o'clock, televised on the Big Ten Network. Wear green. Parking lots opening up 6 hours before kickoff. That's a 10 a.m. parking lot open. I hope to see all of you here at 10 a.m. tailgating, enjoying some weather. Mashofsky Center will open up at 1 o'clock, 1:45, the scheduled time for the March to Victory. And then we know that the featured concessions item of the game, Burger and Brew Special, available in the Gridiron Grill, Section 29 and Section 33. The East Club Room stand as well. 2:30 is when that seating bowl opens at Autzen, and we're on the air again at 2 o'clock. Timeout. When we come back, 2 of us are going to make consequential picks. 1 of us will continue eating his French fries and his burger. Big Ten picks when we come back to the Country Financial Studio on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
At Shadow Hills Country Club, we're more than just an award-winning golf course and practice facility. Our events team offers all-inclusive event pricing that allows us to take care of all the details while you enjoy your event. Our indoor and outdoor venues offer you a wide variety of fully staffed options that put the focus on you. From weddings to business and social events, at Shadow Hills Country Club Events Center, you get the benefits of a resort atmosphere and amenities in a peaceful country setting, just minutes from downtown Eugene. Call for a tour today or visit shadowhillsevents.com.
Back to the Country Financial Studios in 60 seconds. This is Duck Insider from Learfield.
This message is for Shauna, my mom, who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We're back on Duck Insider. It's presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Everybody's enjoying a burger, and we were discussing during the break. I want everyone to be clear on this, okay? The non-alcoholic beer. I got a basketball game to call tonight, but we were discussing in very Go Ducks drink Pepsi fashion. This just feels right, okay, guys?
Okay, I don't have a basketball game tonight. This is a alcoholic beer. I will wait.
Druggy? I'm going to try one.
No thanks. Nope.
They're very good.
I got my Pepsi.
You cannot tell the difference, I don't think.
You can tell the difference, but it's still good. Still good.
I was trying to help you, John, by selling it.
Hey, no, but look, you know what you're getting, John. Thank you. All right, tonight we've got football. We've also got basketball going on at Matthew Knight Arena. 6:30 pregame show, by the way. Hey, Luke Jackson, phenomenal addition to
unbelievable
the Oregon Sports Network. And I want everyone to know that this morning I was talking to Luke. He was texting with me, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to give myself a C for my first game. Man, if that's a C, Luke, you're going to do great. It was awesome having him with me.
Humble.
Yeah, I can't wait for more insight from Luke tonight. 6:30 pregame show. Ducks against Montana. Travis Secure is a good coach. They got some players at Montana. Ducks are going to have to be ready to go tonight. But also, 6 o'clock on Fox, Iowa 6-3, 4-2 in Big Ten play, visiting UCLA 3-5, 2-4 in Big Ten play. That's our Friday night game. Where we sit in picks, the week that was. Jorgie and I tied at 5-2, so that means I still got to pick first. Jorgie will be picking second, and the coin will be picking third because the coin also went 5-2.
Wow! Oh, gee! Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. Coin's up to 54% on its picks, and then Jerry went 3-4. You took some risks.
Took chances.
Not surprised.
Had to be done.
Took chances.
Jerry's now down 5. If you'd like to enjoy your burger and fries, I wouldn't blame you.
I'm going to pick.
Okay, good.
I still got to pick.
Yeah, that's right. I like it. Iowa, UCLA. In this game, I think that Iowa wins. I think that UCLA, even with what I would consider a little bit of a surprise win at Nebraska, I think that Iowa gets it done on the road. I think Iowa's just a better team, but who knows? Maybe UCLA surprises some people here moving forward.
From week to week, you just don't know, do you? I mean, you look at what Nebraska did with Ohio State the week before, and you make your judgment on that game. You're going, oh, geez, they're going to take care of UCLA at home. And the Bruins win. They go on the road and win. And so here they are back home against an Iowa team that's been playing some pretty good football.
Yeah.
But now you got a UCLA team that believes and is at home. So I'm like you, Joey. I think UCLA is getting better, but I think Iowa is better. And so I'm taking the Hawkeyes on the road to win this one.
The coin's got to go first.
Yeah. And I could see UCLA winning that game.
Heads.
The home team, UCLA.
All of a sudden, Garbers is playing some pretty good football.
Took him a bit, but yeah.
And the defense is too.
Yeah.
Gosh, they're actually a little bit of a tough pick for me. What do the odds makers have on this? Do you know that?
Iowa By a touchdown, roughly. In a low-scoring affair, first team to 24 wins.
Iowa's offense has gotten a little better. Their defense has always been good. I don't think UCLA is up to the task yet, although what they did in Nebraska last week kind of surprised me. But I'm going to go with Iowa. I think that's the safe bet because they, on both sides of the ball, I think are the better team.
Yeah, I think that's true. Saturday, we've got 2 9 a.m. games in the conference. Purdue, 1-7, 0-5 in Big Ten play. Number 2, Ohio State, 7-1, 4-1 in Big Ten play. The Buckeyes sitting one spot behind the Ducks in those CFP rankings after a 1-point loss to the Ducks earlier this year. Do the Boilermakers shock the world?
Where are they playing that game?
Ohio State.
Okay. Does it matter?
No.
Okay.
Ohio State, I think, wins by 40.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'll say 38.
That's exactly what the odds makers have it at.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Coin says Ohio State.
All right.
Home team.
Good catch, by the way.
You got to take some chances along the way if I'm going to get back into this.
No, you won't.
But this is not one of the time that you take a chance. What I am going to take, though, is a French fry. Okay.
Good. Also at 9 a.m. on NBC, Minnesota 6-3, 4-2 in Big Ten play, visiting a Rutgers team that has been so close so many times. They weren't that close last week, but they've been so close. Boy, wow. French fry pepper.
Way to move the mic up above, too.
Thank you for that. We all appreciate that. Minnesota at Rutgers. This game, according to the odds makers, is actually the toughest pick of the weekend. Should we pick it last, or are you guys all confident?
Doesn't make difference to me. I'm so far behind, I could care less.
Do you want to defer?
Just being honest.
We can pick it last, or I will just use
I'll
my
pick it,
deferral.
then you guys can
You're
wait.
going to use your deferral anyway, right, on this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I defer.
Okay.
I'm going to eat some French fries. You guys go ahead.
Well, so the Scarlet Knights are at home. That helps them. But they haven't been playing some great football these last 2 or 3 games, and that's what worries me about Rutgers is might be at home, but the way that they've been playing almost feels like it erases that home field advantage. And Minnesota, on the other hand, playing some really good football. All of a sudden, they're 6-3, giving people trouble, and playing some really good defense and even better offense. And Maryland found out real quickly 2 weeks ago just how good they can play. And so I tell you what, I'm a Minnesota Gopher fan on this one. I think even going on the road, they've been pretty good on the road. They've been pretty good at home. They've been solid, and they are trending up, so I'm taking the Gophers.
Whew, okay. I hate following the coin.
I love that you're following the coin.
5-2 is a pretty good week for the coin.
Yeah, I thought I was with the coin.
Because I thought I had a pretty good week.
This is Tails. Visitor.
Tails.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you right now.
The French fry broke.
Let's try another one. That one's too. Okay. Well, let's
get if there's an overcooked one there.
Yeah. This will stay. I'm going to tell you right now.
Almost. Not working.
Okay. I'm going Minnesota. Minnesota. Just because I don't want to fall behind anymore.
That's funny.
Weak French fries.
I'm going to take Minnesota,
Good.
too.
No backbone there. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Nice deferral.
That's great. Yeah, great deferral. We're all taking Minnesota. 12:30 on CBS, Michigan, Indiana. Michigan 5-4, 3-3 in Big Ten play against number 8 Indiana. 9-0, 6-0 in Big Ten play. Indiana moves to 10-0, I think, easily.
Yeah, and they don't get caught peeking to the next week either. They're a better team. Michigan's solid defensively, frankly. I think they can hang in there with a lot of teams, but when you've got no offense whatsoever, it just doesn't matter. So, yep, Indiana remains undefeated.
Yep.
Ted Coin. Woo! Almost lost that one. That's Tails.
Road team.
Yeah. Michigan. Indiana scores a lot of points. Michigan does not score a lot of points. Yeah. So Indiana easily.
Yeah, I looked at this week and I thought, are we all going to be the same? And I think we absolutely are. We're going to get a timeout. We're going to come back because we've got one more game to pick. Does anybody want the upset over Penn State? I don't know. Probably not. Quick timeout. More of our Big Ten picks brought to you by Seven Feathers Casino Resort. Everybody's here enjoying Burger and Brew on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Hey Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Duck Insider continues from the Country Financial Studios in 1 minute on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was a whole range of emotions. There's stuff I still want to do. Being a young dad, it's not giving up. It's shifting. I look through his eyes. I can envision the whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. My life is now devoted to his life.
Through all of fatherhood's firsts, never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Going to be shouting tomorrow. 4 o'clock kick, Oregon against Maryland on Big Ten Network. That is the next game on the schedule, as so far all of us have gone Iowa, Indiana, Minnesota, Ohio State. I think that this is just the normal week. That's what's going to happen, right?
I'm not gambling anymore.
Yeah. Doug asking if I skipped a game. I didn't this week, Doug.
You didn't.
Yeah, I have been very bad at that.
Yeah, you've been missing one.
Yeah,
but that's
I always
okay.
miss one like every week.
Hey, you're running the show. You're entitled to a mistake or two, okay? Even though I know you're a perfectionist.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, I'm not.
What are you, his publicist? Come on.
Well, just trying to give him a break.
Thanks. He's the one also that won't let me go by schmuck, and I just...
Oh, that's true.
You know, he's just too nice to me. 5 o'clock on Peacock. Washington 5-4, 3-3 in Big Ten play. Number 6, Penn State. Penn State probably should be 8-0 and 5-0 in Big Ten play. Yeah. They're number 6 in the country still, but 7-1, 4-1 in Big Ten play. Penn State's about a 2-touchdown favorite. I think Washington keeps it a little closer than that.
I do too.
But I think Penn State wins by about 10.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Joey. I wanted to say, gosh, I'm taking Penn State, and just say that. But I think Washington's going to keep this one close, mostly because Penn State offensively is just not really powerful. They don't really get into a groove. They're not a big play type of team.
They're methodical, though.
They're methodical about what they do, but sometimes when you're methodical and you have to run 13, 14, 15 plays in a drive, sooner or later you bog down or make a mistake. Right. And so I think that's why Washington has just enough firepower to stay in it, but not enough firepower to win it. So, and I'm not a Husky lover, so I'm taking Penn State. I was going to try to leave that alone for a week, and I just couldn't.
A week?
Couldn't do it.
And I know you're not.
Maybe you can leave it away for a year. Let's bring it back maybe next year. What am I laughing for? It's funny, that's why. Okay, just to reiterate, I am not a Husky lover. Okay.
He's not.
He's not.
Thank you very much.
We know confidently.
You know. Yeah. Okay. Where are we? The coin? The coin is picking Penn State.
Good pick by the coin there.
Penn State.
Coin's going to put together a perfect week.
I don't think it's going to be as close as you guys think it is.
Ooh.
I think Penn State defense. Penn State's a really good football team, and Washington's an okay football team. That doesn't make me think it's going to be a close football game, especially when it's being played at Happy Valley. So I think Penn State wins it, and I think they win it going away.
Is it a night game? It's a whiteout?
It's 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably a whiteout.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't gain any ground this week.
That is correct, sir, but Jorgie and I will stay right
Still
where
a lot
we
of
are
football
as
to
well.
go.
A lot of football left. So everyone's going Iowa, Indiana, Minnesota, Ohio State, Penn State. Coin going UCLA, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio State, Penn State. And I'm telling you, watch, Coin gets a perfect week. How about that?
Wouldn't that be something?
It would be something. We've seen it happen.
Yes, we have.
It has happened. But, yeah, where we stand, it'll still be I don't like this. I don't like that you and I are just going to be picking the same until the last week, and then you're going to pass me in week 14.
I don't like it either. I'm not even a part of it. That's why I don't like it.
There's more than just the last week.
Yeah. We'll see.
There'll be some tight ones coming up.
Also, though, how about Sarge? He's like, hey, I will make dinner for the winner. That's a big-time ask.
Well, I think he's just confident in himself.
Make
dinner for the winner, but he's not going to have to make dinner for the winner because he's probably going to win it if we let him. He's a really smart guy.
Yeah, how about that?
Brisket.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Brisket. He's got to do brisket. Yeah. One of us has to win. But then, the winner
we don't
gets
have to
dinner.
share. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, we need to vote on the rules. The winner gets.
So is it Sarge or the field, and then
the
field wins and we get dinner.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that. There you go, Sarge. I know you'll be listening on your run tomorrow. That's his routine, by the way. He goes back and listens to the show when he runs on game day. So there you go. There's our suggestion: the field or Sarge for the meal. Oregon and Maryland, first time ever between the Ducks and the Terps coming up. Again, 2 o'clock pregame show for us across the Oregon Sports Network. We're going to transition to a little bit of basketball, a little bit of volleyball here in a moment. But, guys, just final thoughts on this matchup. What do you think, Oregon, Maryland?
Yeah, I just think what Oregon has to do is what they've been able to do all year, and that's focus on who they are. Yeah. Play their game. Next opponent up. Don't look ahead. Don't look behind. Just do what you do. Now, the crowd's going to help you more when you're at Autzen Stadium. There's a lot more energy, and maybe it's a little easier to get that quick start, although the Ducks haven't had that problem on the road this year that much at all. But I expect them to start very fast, put the pressure on Maryland very early, and make Maryland have to start catching up. And I think Oregon's defense is going to make that very difficult to do. I think Oregon's back end is expanded into 2 very good sides right now.
We sure have seen that the last 2 weeks, haven't we? In relation to jump out and make the other team play catch up.
Yeah.
And the last 2 teams they played just didn't have the offense to be able to do that. Maryland can move the ball at times and that type of deal, but at the same time, to me, leadership keeps you focused on every game, including games like this. And leadership's not just at the top with coaches. Leadership is your senior leadership, your key position leadership. Guys like Dylan Gabriel and Jeff Bossa and the rest of them, they're going to keep this team really focused. I look for another quick start and then get after the quarterback. Man, get after the quarterback.
Taz Johnson not here, and you miss Taz Johnson. There's no doubt about it. But Trayshawn Holden stepped up last week, and I that made me feel so good to see him get the opportunity and then fill that role.
I think Justice Lowe, too. I saw someone in the chat in the comments mention that earlier. Like, Justice Lowe is a guy, and I talked to Junior Adams this week, so as part of our pregame coming up, Junior Adams and I talked about the position versatility, how important that is so that you can get your best players on the field in different positions, and the Ducks had to do that. When guys go down, you face that adversity, but that's the whole idea with that wide receiver room. And I think Justice Lowe is a great example of you learn those different spots, and they can plug guys in different roles. Big deal.
And I don't want to say they didn't miss a beat because you'd rather have Tez than not. But, man, if you didn't know, just the way that they played after Tez left the game was just unbelievable. Evan Stewart and Justice Lowe and Trayshawn Holden, and then sprinkle in Terrence Ferguson again, and just that whole group of guys. I mean, it was pretty amazing, and I look for that to continue as they get valuable reps, especially a guy like Justice Lowe. You get reps in a game like that against Michigan, those are going to go a long ways as the season goes on.
Tight ends too. T. Ferg healthy, right? Makes big difference.
Sadiq getting better every week.
Yep.
Yep. Pat Herbert also will be on the pregame.
Old Faithful.
Old Faithful. Yeah, we learned Old Faithful. That's what T-Ferg calls Patrick Herbert. And then Nico Reed, you talked too about the way that the secondary has improved and grown. He's also coming up on our pregame show starting at 2 o'clock as well. There you go. All right, I'm actually headed over to the arena. The Duck men's basketball team going through shoot-around if you're live with us in the 1 o'clock hour. So that means Jerry's got his brews.
You're not taking this with you, are you?
Nope.
Okay.
That's all yours.
All right.
Yeah,
No,
that's it.
I'll share that.
But Jerry's actually kind enough to stick around for the rest of the show, play a little Coach Altman for you. He met with the media yesterday, getting ready for basketball tonight. And then Coach Ulmer, Oregon volleyball team, they went through an injury during this week and really impacted the rotation, but we still saw a program record crowd last night at Matthew Knight Arena, well over 8,000. Shout out to the fans. That was cool. And you know what? Look, Nebraska had something to do with that, too. Hear a little bit from Coach Ulmer on that. Otherwise, guys, Seven Feathers Casino bringing you your picks of the week, best in the Northwest. Thanks, dudes.
I'm still 5 behind.
Yep.
Go kick some rear tonight.
Yep. Montana in town, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip. Then we'll see you at 2 o'clock tomorrow at Autzen. Jerry's got you the rest of the way. Thanks, guys. Back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear autumn leaves, you won't be covering roads alone this season. Take on fall in the powerful Toyota Tundra or tackle trails in a Tacoma. Head to Toyota.com for more info. Toyota, let's go places.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear autumn leaves, you won't be covering roads alone this season. Take on fall in the powerful Toyota Tundra or tackle trails in a Tacoma. Head to Toyota.com for more info. Toyota, let's go places.
More Duck Insider from the Country Financial Studios after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back inside. I'm Jerry Allen. Haven't done this for a while. Sit and watch Joey eat and Georgie eat and me work and Joey drink. Let me see what's on the side. Non-alcoholic. Okay, I'm just making sure. By the way, back in our Country Financial studio, we're going to talk a little basketball, volleyball. Tremendous effort in volleyball. Big Ten volleyball is a step up, I must say. There's some great volleyball in Pac-12, or was, but this is a different conference. We'll hear from Matt Ulmer coming up in a moment. But men's basketball tonight, Montana, a program that is a tough program to play against. They just are physical and play every year and give teams problems. Sometimes they have the great year, sometimes an average year. I don't know what this one's going to be yet, but we're going to find out a little bit tonight when the Ducks take them on at 7 o'clock at Matthew Knight. Dana Altman talked about his team, got a win under his belt, and a big one coming up tonight. Let's hear from the coach.
What's up? Any new takeaways from what you saw on Monday?
Well, defensively, we made a lot of mistakes. I knew that during the game. the film verified it, probably a few more than even I thought. So we spent a lot of time yesterday on the defensive end and probably spend some time today getting ready for tomorrow's game.
Defensive mistakes like that maybe expected early in the season? Is that kind of like the thing that takes maybe the longest to start sorting itself out?
Well, it's November 4th when we played the game, and if we were, making a lot of good plays, what would we do? We get 4 or 5 months here, so we're going to make mistakes early. I understand that. I just, our communication has to start to improve. That's a good, you're going to make defensive mistakes early. You just want the guys playing hard, starting to talk more, starting to communicate. You got Brandon's never played with TJ. Both of those guys never played with Nate or Jackson or KJ. But you hate seeing communication mistakes between KJ and Jackson because they played a lot together. Nate only played 5 games or 4 games, whatever he played. So, but those two played a lot together, and they shouldn't be making those mistakes. But, just a lot of new faces. Raheem coming off the bench, and Bam, Mookie hadn't played any. So just a lot of new faces.
Things that you have to work out in games that for as much as you'd like to clean up in practices, it really takes playing in games to build some of that cohesion?
Yes and no. You want to make practices as realistic as possible. But the intensity of a ball game sometimes, puts things in a little more focused deal. They get tired practice, going 2.5, 3 hours some days, and they let things slip. So hopefully during the time they get in a ball game, they're ready to play as hard as they can and be really focused for that. We don't need to wear anybody out, and they're 20 to 30 minutes, whatever they get, they need to be playing hard.
Try and take that into consideration of keeping 2 or 3 guys on the floor at all times that were here last year, so you don't have too many guys playing for the first time together?
Well, we're fortunate because, we do have the guys returning that help a little bit. And in most rotations, one of them is going to be out there, Key or Jackson with the ball, Nate or KJ inside right now as we continue to try to get Supreme ready to go. So, it's just kind of by the way our team's designed, it kind of happens.
A couple of guys the other night, veteran guys saying, hey, when they play hard, they're at an elite level. I wonder, coming off last year, numbers were so low at some points. Is it a hard mentality shift maybe for some guys to say, okay, I don't have to?
Oh, absolutely. You got to get out of your comfort zone. Any progress that's made, you're going to have to be uncomfortable, and, Jackson, because Key went down in January, Jackson can't get stupid fouls, and so I let him get away with things defensively that I'd never let anybody get away with because we our depth. KJ kind of the same thing, especially early when Dante was out. He and Mo was prone to foul all the time, so we couldn't get KJ in foul too because we didn't have anybody else with size. So probably let him get away with way too much, And then when Dante got back, he covered him up. He covered a lot of mistakes up just because they wouldn't challenge him at the rim as much and his big body inside. So, we've got to make some adjustments there. We've got to get out of our comfort zone. We got to play, with their hair on fire, whatever you want to call it. But, we need to turn it up.
You mentioned moving the other night, you get started off the bench, especially defensively. I'm curious, what do you think his the expectations for him should be this year and how much he can play and what he can bring?
I don't know yet. He's still working himself into shape. He was out a year, he practiced a little in late December and then played a little in January, and that was it, So, I'm not sure. We got to get him in better shape. We got to get him more acclimated to what we're trying to do offensively. But he is talented. He is a good athlete. Like I said, he gave us a big spark the other night. So we'll just see how his progression, continues to go and his growth. And hopefully, give us a big spark.
Raheem had a couple of really nice passes or opportunities to create looks for others. Was that what you kind of expected? What was your kind of your scattering of Brian?
Well, I think he makes the right basketball play. I think he can be a defensive stopper. He's a tough guy. He's older. He's got experience. So I think he can help us in a lot of areas.
What do you remember about Montana? Obviously, they were here last year. I'm sure you remember their style. Well,
I watched the game from a year ago, and it was a close game till the last 5 minutes. We couldn't break away. It was tied at half. We had our hands full with them, and I think it was our second game of the year last year also. So, no, we'll have to play. Travis does a great job. He's a good coach. They're well coached, good athletes. Got a bunch of new guys. So it's kind of hard to get their starting guards back. But they got, 9 new guys. So scouting report's going to be a little less than usual. And we're going to have to kind of go into the game and kind of play from there. But no, they got both starting guards back that really did a nice job against us last year. We're going to have to do a better job on them this year.
Whitney's an all-conference player for the Big Sky. Well, just your thoughts on just how he impacts teams.
Well, he's really good playmaker. He had 148 assists last year and 48 turnovers, 3-1. He got in the paint and he made plays, did a tremendous job. He shot threes 40%, even though he didn't take many. He's still at 40%, So, no, he's a good little playmaker, good defender, much like 24 the other day when we played Riverside. They're both really good players and do a great job of making plays for their teammates.
You referred to earlier, there's kind of an arc to the season, and you expect growth over a period of months. But what do you think the ceiling is for this group defensively? Too early to tell.
We got to get Supreme in the mix. We do need his physicality. I know that. I don't know where we can go. I know we can be a lot better defensively than we were the other night. And the offense, I think, as guys play together more and we get a little better feel for what we're trying to do and play a little faster, I think, offensively we can be okay. We got enough guys that can shoot it and score. But it's going to be a matter of being unselfish and disciplined and, guys willing to accept a role, especially right now when we got everybody fairly healthy and everybody, wants to play. I understand that, but it is a team game. And there's no individual entries into the NCAA tournament or anything else for basketball. You got to play, as a team. So hopefully our guys will embrace that and, we can make some strides as a team.
I feel like quite a bit of that has to happen before you get to Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, we got to have a lot of growth here. Play Texas A&M, to play San Diego State, whoever that third game is, and even to go on the road. And again, Montana's a handful, and Portland, I don't know anything about them, but Troy, I know, beat Toledo in their first game by 10, which shocked me. Toledo's got a good team, and they popped them pretty good. So we got a lot of ball games and got to go to Oregon State before them. So, but definitely, you see a team like A&M that went to the NCAA tournament last year, and I think it's got 4 starters back, and in the top 12, 13th, I think they're ranked. So expectations for them are very high. So, and San Diego State's always good. They just defensively they do a good job. So we're gonna have our hands full. We got to grow a lot here this month, no doubt.
There you go, Dana Altman, Oregon men's basketball coach. I appreciate him so much. He has brought so much to the Oregon men's basketball program since he arrived. And it's interesting, his style of coaching and the athletes he gets in, it's interesting to watch them in late November through December and think, well, these guys could be pretty good. They've got the talent. They do pretty well, then they struggle a little bit. Then they get to January, they're a little better. Then they get to February, and they're really good. And then teams are saying, you don't want to have to play Oregon in March because he brings them along. They just seem to get it. So he's got another team like that. I think they're going to have a very good year this year. Coming up against Montana, Ducks most recently defeated the Grizzlies 75-61 last season in Eugene. I like Montana, though. I just think they are a scrappy team. All right, volleyball. Coming up, we're going to hear from Matt Ulmer. They played really, really well, but against the number 2 team in the nation really well is not quite good enough. You got to play your best, and he didn't think they did. We'll hear from Coach Ulmer when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Don't go anywhere. Duck Insider continues after these messages on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Now wait! Oh, I was going to sing along with them, but they stopped, don't they? Oh, well, we'll do that on Saturday when we sing the whole. You got to see our broadcast booth on Saturday in the booth when they do shout. I mean, we're all just having fun. I'll just say we're just having fun. All right, volleyball Thursday night, big matchup. Number 15 Oregon, number 12 Oregon against number 2 Nebraska. They only have one loss on the year. They come in playing really well, and the Ducks down with an injury. I mean, it takes a while to adapt, change, get things together. I thought the Ducks played well, but Matt Ulmer will tell you they could have played well. They needed to play better than just really well. Here's Coach after that match.
I mean, Nebraska's really good, and we had to play our best, I think, or just be, cut down on our errors and keep attacking. And I just thought the second set we did a nice job of that, and that's what made that a competitive set. But the rest, we just gave too many points away. They really they don't give you much, so you got to create all the points for you on your own side, and we just couldn't sustain that long enough. But they're a good team, and we have a lot to learn from this. But on the other side, what a great crowd. And it's just, bigger picture, it's so exciting to see how much the growth has happened here in Eugene. It's exciting to be a part of this conference. And it's amazing to see all the Nebraska friends travel and what a great experience that was for our student athletes. Again, a lot to learn, but really need to be a part of.
Did you feel like the Pitt match at all, where you kind of had to bounce back pretty quick from a tough first set, and you did get things rolling for a little bit that way?
Yeah, I mean, we had an injury 2 days ago, so we had to change our lineup around to what I thought could maybe give us our best chance, for a tough team that's coming in your gym, and we didn't even really get to practice it. So I just thought it was kind of, the first set I thought was kind of working through a lot of the kinks. which to be expected. But again, kind of what I was hoping we could get from it was the second set, where we provided, I thought, a lot of resistance. I thought we had a lot of great block touches. We were able to control a lot of balls, and we held them to 100, and that's a really good offense to be able to do that with. So I thought that was a high note for us and kind of where we got to. And then the third set, again, we just couldn't sustain that level, or didn't sustain that level. Yeah.
So that was the move to the 6-2 then? That was the reason why, or was it because the
Yes. No, yeah, Daly got hurt, and so just didn't have her. So trying to figure out what could we do without a pretty good ball control player for us there. So if we're going to do a lot of two-person, then we really need a third attacker. And so that's why Sophie and Robbie did the double sub, which, again, I think from a tactical standpoint made sense. And, again, I thought it gave us our best chance, hoping that Daly will be back sometime soon, but she's out for right now. So, and, again, it just happened. So you're trying to, on the fly, trying to figure out what you're going to do, and it just so happens to be against this team coming to your gym. So, again, love the crowd. Wish we could have performed more consistently better for the group, for the crowd, but I'm really proud of our girls. I think they fought really hard.
In the first set, you're all good, William. After a tough first set, what was really working for your team in that second set? What allowed you guys to be so much more competitive?
I thought our block was so much more disciplined. Again, something we've been talking about the last few weeks is our block has really been searching with their hands, and I thought that was the best, that our middles had read the setter on the other side, and she's a very good setter who's pretty deceptive. So I thought they made a lot of really good reads. I thought our pin blockers did a really nice job setting up, making, again, really quality touches, even though we didn't stuff block for points. Good touches that we could transition and get some points on. And then I thought, again, really want to see us be much more fearless attacking, and we did. I just thought the first and third set we were fearless and just didn't execute well enough. We just gave away too many points. And again, you look at them like, they have no service errors, and they served aggressively all night. They didn't give us 1 point in that department. And attacking, very few unforced attack errors by them. And generally they were happening in those long rallies, when things were starting to break down fourth or fifth swing. So again, just right now they are just point for point more consistent than we are, for that match. But again, I thought in that second set, we followed our game plan really well. We executed aggressively much better.
Can't wait to see them back on the floor. Oregon volleyball. Matt Ulmer talking about that match against Nebraska. They played really, really well. They were right there with them, particularly in that middle set. Just couldn't quite get over the hump. Still think this is a great year, great time, and they're probably going to see them again later on. Minnesota, Saturday at 1 o'clock. It's on the Big Ten Network, and that'll precede Oregon's football game against Maryland. So I hope fans will get over there. How about over 8,000 fans at Matthew Knight Arena for volleyball? When it's half that, it sounds like it's full. With 8,500 some odd fans at Matthew Knight Arena for volleyball, now that's Big Ten volleyball. That's the way they play volleyball in the Big Ten. So when Oregon travels, that's what they're going to be used to seeing. So that was a great, great effort by Oregon fans with a lot of Nebraska fans, or rather Nebraska fans scattered around. There's a lot of red in there, but just a great environment. Great environment. Fun stuff. All right, 2 o'clock on the air on Saturday. Duck football, Maryland, first time ever. You guys waving at me? You want me to leave? Is that it? Okay. I'll get out of here then. I will say this, 2 o'clock pregame, 4 o'clock kickoff. Fans, get in there early. You're here to see the #1 team in the nation. You don't care who they're playing. You're here to watch your Ducks. Let's do it together. Thanks for being a part of the show. Bye-bye. God bless everybody.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay.